Welcome, race fans. Tonight, Top Fuel Racing takes to Monza, the Grand Prix circuit here. Missing the first chicane should prove to be pretty interesting. These guys are out here struggling with it a little bit right now, but I think by the time race time comes, I think they may have it mastered. But we'll wait. We'll watch and see here, and see how good they do. All right, 2 minutes of practice left, and then we'll be on to qualifying. Alright, that will wrap up practice. Now we're going to get on to qualifying here, but first we'll step away and play our national anthem and be right back.
Guys.
And now for the most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, folks, just a few seconds away left of qualifying here, and we will get on to the race. So thank you for joining us here today on MaxSpeedTV. We appreciate it, and make sure you do hit that subscribe button. All right, that's going to wrap up qualifying. Next, we'll get down to the grid here as they get ready to finish up and get everybody accounted for, let you know where they're going to be starting. You can't tell already, but not going to be a huge field here today, but nonetheless, it'll be exciting. All right, let's get down here to the starting grid. Starting on the pole, Scott Sanderson grabbing that with a 1 minute 27.815 seconds. Ray Kingsbury will be starting on the outside. Scott Brinson third, TJ Masick in fourth. Andrew Schulte starting fifth. Chris Mohall sixth. Tyler Stanley seventh. William Kirk eighth. Mark McFadden starting ninth. Robert Riley 10th. Kevin O'Brien 11th. Johnny Smith 12th. Wally Turheimer 13th. Some of these guys I'm not sure if they're still in here or not. Travis Browder 15th. Ed Hewitt 16th. And James Lehman rounding out the field in 17th place. We're just waiting for the command here to get things rolling. Alright, looks like we get the command to get going. Starting the race here. There'll be one pace lap around here. Actually, it's not even a full pace lap. They'll be going here right directly here. We'll see the pace car dive on the pit road. So they aren't too awful far from getting to green, folks. Okay, pace car heads for pit road and green is out. Sanderson already pulling away. Wow, look at this. Ray Kingsbury reeling them in with the draft coming down the front stretch. It looks like he's going to try to make a pass. And he will retake the lead here in the first lap. Wow, good racing by these guys up front. This is the tricky part right here where everybody does have some issues. Scott Brinson taking over second from Scott Sanderson. Robert Riley, 7th place in the Budweiser machine. Tyler Stanley, 8th. Looks like everybody's doing a good job of keeping it pretty steady here. The only one we got way back in the field is TJ Masick. He is 17 seconds behind the lead pack already. Taking his time, not too sure about the track maybe. Didn't get a whole lot of practice out there. And Ray Kingsbury continues to pull away, now 2.3 seconds ahead of Scott Sanderson as he retakes second place away from Scott Brinson. Chris Mulhall in 4th. William Kirk, 5th. Andrew Schulte in 6th. Travis Browder back here in 14th place. Field getting spread out pretty good. Now Sanderson trying to reel up Ray Kingsbury. And Brinson losing the draft from Scott Sanderson. Schulte still in 4th place. Kirk in 5th, and Chris Mulhall goes back to 6th. Now he repasses William Kirk as William goes off of the track. And off the track again. These guys got to be very careful. They only have a 17 incident limit. 17 incidents, and those off-track counts as an incident every single time. So 17 of them, and he's out of the race. 50 laps. Here's a long race. Kevin O'Brien running the in the 10th place. Mark McFadden in 11th. We got quite the gaggle of cars up here between these guys here. They're all really battling hard. Somebody's got to give when you go into the first turn, though. Not this one. The first, actually, hairpin turn. These guys are all pretty tight together. Lehman leading that parade. Now looks like he's going to get passed up by Robert Riley, and they pass each other back. And William Kirk takes it 3 wide. Whoa. That wasn't a very good place to take it 3 wide, but boy, they come out on that, and that kind of pinched James Lehman back. Rather than getting hit in the side and getting some incident points or getting wrecked out, he just backed out of it. Mark McFadden about to join that group. Johnny Smith. Wally Turheimer really not that far behind. We've got some guys, looks like James Lehman will be off track as he gets spun around, and Kevin O'Brien. So we've got a couple of guys that did get spun around coming into that first hairpin. Anderson on a roll here, trying to reel in Ray Kingsbury. Ray's led every lap so far, but Scott has caught up to him. He's now 1.7 seconds behind Ray. Scott Brinson falls back to 5.2 seconds behind the leader, as these guys have still pulled away quite a bit over 4th place Andrew Schulte. Chris Mulhall actually separates himself from this group back here. William Kirk, Robert Riley, Ty Stanley, Mark McFadden, all these guys way back in the field. As Ray Kingsbury continues to dominate here with a 1.5 second lead over Scott Sanderson. William Kirk now in a battle with Chris Mulhall. These two almost getting together. Chris says, you know, go ahead, man. Just have at it. Kirk out of shape. Chris hangs on to Sixth place here, but Robert Riley is charging hard here. So is Tyler Stanley. Those two want that position. And this could be the place where they get it. Takes a lot of patience through turns like this, so you don't get collected in each other. And it looks like Robert Riley's going to get the upper hand on that one, and he will take over that position from Chris Mulhall, and Tyler Stanley comes right along with him. Chris goes back to 8. This seems to be where the battling is right now. And Mark McFadden passes up Ty Stanley. And here comes TJ Masick. He wants in on the fun. Wally Turheimer not too awful far back. And he's got company with Johnny Smith. Hate to say it, folks, but Sanderson has closed up to within 3/10 of our leader, Ray Kingsbury. Now he's feeling the draft, and he'll be able to reel him in quite quick. Oh, drives it into the turn pretty hard. Heats up them tires, and that cost him a ton of time on the track. All that time he worked so hard to catch up to Ray, he just lost it there in one turn, folks. Brinson not that far behind in third. Andrew Schulte fourth. William Kirk in fifth. And Mark McFadden takes over the 6th place. Tyler Stanley on his tail in 7th. Let's ride along here with Ty for a minute. Tyler loses about 4 seconds, but actually he is going to reel in William Kirk. William slipped a little bit right there in the turn. And Ray Kingsbury on pit road. I gave the lead up to Scott Sanderson. Brinson goes into second now. Schulte third place. Ray Kingsbury in fourth. After already making a pit stop. He come out ahead of William Kirk. Now the thing of it is, Ray's got those fresh tires, but I don't know if fresh tires are really the ticket here. This track is all marbled up. They didn't clean it off or anything in between, so it's already rubbered in and ready for rock and rolling here, so it does take a few laps for them tires to come in. But in the meantime, Scott Sanderson showing the way. Somebody else coming off pit road. Kevin O'Brien sitting there getting damage fixed. Looks like he's got it all fixed. He'll be a lap down. A little rough to recuperate from. Looks like James Lehman and Travis Browder out of the race. But Lehman comes back out a lap down in 13th place. Schulte. Second place is Scott Brinson, loops it. Go back and see what happened to Scott here. Just loops it around in the first turn. But he gets it going again, so he's definitely coming to pit road, folks. That'll put some of these other guys, Tyler Stanley, Ray Kingsbury battling it up here. Side by side, Ray's been on pit road already. Tyler has not. TJ Masick, 6th place, has come up through the field. Now they are running full tank of fuel, only one reset out here tonight, folks, so like Kevin O'Brien may have taken his car behind the pit wall too, so down to 12 drivers left in the race. The last one out there, Wally Turheimer, and he's heading for pit road. This will be Wally's first pit stop of the day. It's like a 4-tire change, topping off the fuel. And he will more than likely go a lap down. He may be sitting there trying to get a little damage fixed. But Sanderson continuing to pull away here from second place Andrew Schulte, which is 14.8 seconds behind him at the moment. Ray Kingsbury, 3rd place. Scott Brinson will be 9th. And Johnny Smith loops it. Let's see what happened to Johnny here. Just loops it around in that chicane. Didn't hit anything, but he'll be all right. He gets it going again. He's okay. He's back in 11th place. Robert Riley on pit road. Looks like a 4-tire change and full tank of fuel in order for Robert, and he's out of there. Good pit stop. 10.4 seconds. Sanderson still has not been on pit road. Neither has Andrew Schulte, one of the very few that have not been to pit road. Now he has a 25-second lead over Andrew Schulte. Ray Kingsbury in third. After leading the first 7 laps of the race, he's pitted, gave up that lead, and Scott Sanderson took it over and has had it since. They've been the only 2 leaders out there today. And he is currently running 46 seconds behind the leader, Scott Sanderson, right now. Tyler Stanley in fourth. TJ Masick all over the back of him. Nice and smooth. That's how you do it right there. Looks good, TJ. Doing a great job on there. Man, that's awesome. Good job. Mark McFadden not that far behind them, and he's got company here with William Kirk. Looks like Sanderson. Oh, these guys are coming to pit road. Okay, all right. Mark McFadden and William Kirk both coming to pit road at the same time. That's pretty cool. Well, it's A fixed, not, I don't believe it's the iRacing fixed, but I'm pretty sure it is a fixed race. They use a fixed setup. All right, so these guys are away. Kirk coming off, last one on the lead lap. But he's got brand new tires and a full tank of fuel ready to go some more. And our leader, Scott Sanderson, on pit road, and he's coming off pit road already. And still going to maintain that lead because Andrew Schulte comes to pit road now. And that gives second place up to Ray Kingsbury. All right, good pit stop by Andrew Schulte. Now Tyler Stanley coming to pit road. That'll do for everybody to be on pit road now. Anderson coming off pit road and still having an 8.8 second lead over Ray Kingsbury. That's pretty awesome. He had that much of a lead, folks. Tyler Stanley's way. Robert Riley not that far behind Scott Sanderson. Would love to get by Scott and get back on the lead lap, but I just don't believe Scott's going to let that happen, because he knows if he gives up that time, Ray Kingsbury will reel him in. And here comes Robert Riley back to pit road once again. Not liking something. Bad set of tires, or maybe he superheated them or something. Needs some new ones. Or it could be pit strategy. It could be a fuel strategy factored into this right here, folks. You can make it from here maybe with one more pit stop. So I don't know. I'm not really sure. He comes off pit road. He's going to be in 12th place, dead last. Kingsbury, 8.4 seconds behind the leader. Schulte still hangs on to third. And about 4 seconds behind him, Scott Brinson, 5th place. Or 4th place, excuse me. Doing a little blinking there. Chris Mohall, 5th. Everybody's been to pit road at least one time so far, so. TJ Masick, 6th. Mark McFadden in 9th. Doing a great job. He's been keeping it up there where he can get a hold of William Kirk if he has to. Tyler Stanley trying to reel in TJ Masick. TJ really not too far ahead of him. Let's ride along here with Tyler Stanley. You can see TJ Masick not far ahead of him. And that would be for 6th place if he could catch up to TJ and get by him. And see, Scott Brinson's actually starting to reel in Andrew Schulte. Now down to about 3.2 seconds behind Andrew. He has caught him a few tenths. Clicks off another tenth there. Looking back from Andrew to Scott Brinson. Scott, 3.4 seconds. He did lose a little bit of time right there. 3.4 seconds behind Andrew Schulte. Andrew's doing a great job here. Kept himself right up in that top 5 pretty much all day. That's what it takes to get a good finish here. Podium finish in order as he drives around Wally Turheimer. Hey, Nathan. Wally, first one lap down in 10th place. Johnny Smith will be 11th. And Robert Riley, last one out there on the track, in 12th place. Sanderson with a 11.2 second lead over Ray Kingsbury. Has led 12 laps out here today. Only been 2 leaders, him and Ray Kingsbury. No cautions. We've had a few local cautions. Some guys have spun out on the track. Some guys have already reached their 17 incident limit. But we do have 3 guys out of the race. James Lehman, Travis Browder, and Kevin O'Brien. Some guys just openly admitting in TeamSpeak before the race here, this is just not their forte. But they're out here to have a good time, and that's what it's all about. Next week, they go to Indianapolis. Now, that's a money race where Scott will be giving away money to, I'm not sure exactly the amounts or how many places, but he will be giving money out to drivers. So that's pretty cool. But it does have an entry fee. It costs you $15 to get in. And that's the only money race that he's having this season. He does frequently give away like $10 or something like that to a winner on certain races, so which is really cool. Ray Kingsbury now 12.8 seconds behind Sanderson. That is an eternity on this track. But all Scott's got to do is make some mess up or something in a turn, and he will get. Ray will be he will catch right up to him. Third place, Andrew Schulte, 32 seconds behind the leader now. Scott Brinson, 37 seconds, has fallen off from Andrew. Now back almost 6 seconds, about 5.5 seconds behind Andrew. Next one to go a lap down, William Kirk, back here 9th place. Got a lot of rear wing damage on that car, so I'm assuming he's been into either something or someone. Let's ride along with William here for a quick minute. Ride around on a lap with him. Now you see the difference in Williams speeds with that damage compared to Scott Sanderson. Let's ride along with Scott here, which he's not that far behind William. He'll be catching up to William here in just probably another lap or so. And Scott Sanderson now has a 21.3 second lead over second place. And Ray Kingsbury will be coming to pit road. And we're next time by, we're going to be at the halfway mark, folks. So lots of racing to go. Kind of makes you wish you were in this race, huh, Nathan? Looks like a lot of fun. All right, 4-tire change for Ray Kingsbury. Full tank of fuel. And he's away. But he loses a couple of positions. Andrew Schulte now will go into second. Scott Brinson in third. Ray Kingsbury will be fourth, but he's got a closing TJ Masick. TJ about 5 seconds behind Ray right now. Tyler Stanley 6th, Mark McFadden 7th, and William Kirk last one on the lead lap. Not up to full speed right now. He knows the leader's coming. There he is right behind him. And that will put William Kirk a lap down if and when Sanderson can get by him. It looks like Kirk pulls over and lets the leader go by. Very respectful. He knows he's not fast. He doesn't want to hold up the leader, not with a 32-second lead. I mean, heck, Sanderson could come in and get 4 fresh tires, and he wouldn't even lose his position. Next one to go a lap down, Mark McFadden. He's running about 4 or 5 seconds ahead of the leader. Uh-oh, Sanderson. What happened to Sanderson? He's on pit road. Uh-oh, that's not good. Let me see what happened here. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here to Scott Sanderson. He looks like he got into something or spun it and hit the wall or something. I'm not sure. We'll find out here in just a minute. Right there it is. And boy, did he hit the wall. Let's see if we can get a better camera angle on that. There we go. Yeah, he just looped it coming around the turn. The thing kicked out on him there, it looks like. Caught that rumble strip hard into the wall, and that ended his day, it looks like. Wow. All right, looks like he's out of the race, so that puts Andrew Schulte in the lead. Let's see if I can get Scott up here to the booth with me. Nope, he left. Oh, there he is. Scott Sanderson, you got a copy?
Yeah.
What happened there, brother?
I just do like I had the last 2 or 3 weeks that I've been here. Push the car harder than it wants to go.
With that much of a lead, why don't you back off? And I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
It was. I was losing lap time somewhere. I wasn't changing my brake pointer or anything like that, and I was getting on. I felt like I was running consistent laps, and somewhere along the line, it just. I don't know if I got on it harder or what happened, but I just took that corner like, not really that much faster, but yeah, just trying to get too much out of the car, I guess.
Yeah, well, we see that a lot, and I know it's just not in your blood to back it down a little bit, but it's pretty much in every racer's blood that when you got such a huge lead like that, you just don't want to give that up. Safety sometimes is just the furthest thing from your mind. It's winning is what's foremost on your mind. But did you have a good time out there? That's the most important thing.
Yeah, for what little time I was out there, yeah, I guess. Just sucks that I wasted like 3 hours practicing and all that. And I knew I had to push the car harder because Ray was fast, and I heard he was struggling, so I was like, well, now's my time to jump on it. And apparently I jumped a little too high.
Yeah, well, you did lead 17 laps today, so I don't know if anybody's going to be able to top that or not. Still got a few laps to go here, but we've got some guys already. I don't know if we've got any guys that have been disqualified for too many incidents or not, but we've got 3 or 4 guys out of the race.
Yeah, I saw there's quite a few people just can't hang on to it once the tires start to wear off. Right when you get to the end of your fuel run, you don't have as much weight on the back end, so that's not helping the tires grip it any. And then the tires are going sour. Ray, he said that he didn't take tires on the first pit stop, and he was struggling big time with it. So yeah, it's a loose setup, and that's what it's going to be again tomorrow night. So probably see some of the same.
All right. Well, thanks for talking with us, and sorry about your luck, and we'll see you next week, brother.
All right. Thanks, Rudy.
Hey, Rudy.
Yes, sir.
Do you realize that you're broadcasting at maximum velocity tonight? Because it's all over iRacing at the top of the screen, maximum velocity series at Canadian.
Huh?
What we talked about on air now for iRacing? It's got the maximum velocity series at Canadian supposedly on air now at the top of iRacing.
Okay. Didn't know anything about it. Did not know anything about it. Nobody told me anything. I was told Thursday nights, and what's today? Wednesday?
Yeah, but iRacing just put it up a night before.
Oh, maybe they have it scheduled for tomorrow night then already. I guess I don't know. I don't know.
I was saying it's on air now, but
yeah. I don't know, brother. Well, did you click on it to see what it is?
yeah, it goes to that their live broadcast, and there's nothing up there.
All right then. Wow. Yeah, because that's not till tomorrow night. He told me Thursday nights, and today's Wednesday. But I haven't gotten any PMs from him or anything letting me know, or so I don't know. It's not my
I
mess
want to
up.
shoot him an email about that because it sure is up there.
Yep, not my mistake. Unless he's got it booked for tomorrow night or something there, I guess. I'm not sure. I may have to, let me see if I can head there and see myself here. I mean, not that I don't believe you. I'm just saying If I can see myself. Okay. Okay, so when you click on air, show player, and they've got something there on Twitch. I don't know what that is.
It's out there. I already checked it out too.
Unless they have that scheduled up for tomorrow night, I'm not sure.
No, when they had that yelling up, it's supposed to be on the night of it, because they don't have it up there.
Nope. All right then. Well, maybe that means we'll be on air tomorrow night. I don't know. That'll be really cool. We may be up on the live iRacing portal tomorrow evening, folks. Clicked on Ray there. Ray is now 21.6 seconds behind Andrew Schulte. And he's been on pit road a couple extra times today. Andrew Schulte's only been on pit road once. Brinson, third place. Johnny Smith DQ'd out. And down to 9 drivers left in the race. So how was the car out there tonight, Robert?
Well, early on it was pretty good. As the run went on, it just got too loose to even drive. That's why I DQ'd out. I kept running off track. Got behind, spun it a couple of times. I was running good at the first, running in 7th. And then just mistakes after mistakes started happening.
Yeah. Well, I think it made for an interesting race here. You know, Monza's always a great track to race at. I don't know, you know, I mean, it probably, maybe if you had a really, really good setup, I don't know how good this setup was. I heard some people saying that if you braked it real hard in a couple of the hairpins there, that it would lock up and spin around. And, you know, maybe there's some brake bias things that could have been changed on it or whatever. But, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. That first hairpin was getting me. I hit the brakes, and a couple of times, you know, it would get through there all right, and then later on in the run, you hit it real hard, and it just lock up and snap out from you, and after that, you're just along for the ride.
Well, somebody asked in chat if this was a fixed setup, and I said, well, yes, I believe it is fixed, but it's not the iRacing fix, because I don't think iRacing even has a fixed setup for this car on this track, do they?
It is a big setup from iRacing, and it's the medium downforce.
Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, so it is fixed setup then. All right. Well, TJ Masick coming all the way from, let's take a look here. Well, I guess he was in 4th, but he kind of got back in the fieldaways there at the beginning. Now he's back into 4th. And Ray Kingsbury will retake the lead after Andrew Schulte finally makes his pit stop. He will come out 2nd.
A lot of them guys short-hitted.
Yeah, 20 to go. Lots of racing to go. He still comes out about 10 seconds ahead of Scott Brinson. Brinson in 3rd. Scott's been having a pretty good day here today. Well, let's see, what you still get a top 10 finish? Is that what I'm looking at here? No.
No, I gotta get 11th or 12th.
Yeah. Chris Mohall in 5th, still on the lead lap. Tyler Stanley 6th. Mark McFadden, last one on the lead lap, now 1 minute and 14 seconds behind the leader, which puts him about 15 seconds or so ahead of the leader. not that far ahead of the leader, Ray Kingsbury. Back out there trying to capture more laps here, and if he can lead the rest of them, he will lead the most laps today if he can bring it to victory lane. I think if Andrew Schultz has got anything to say about that, he may be looking at victory lane, but we'll see. Because I know Ray pitted way earlier than Andrew did, and Andrew's 17.8 seconds behind him. If Ray pits, I think that's probably going to put them two pretty close together after Ray comes off pit road.
Ray is super fast, as well as Andrew. They're both super fast.
Oh yeah. Now Scott's doing a pretty good job out there too. He was running really well at the beginning, and then it seemed like he started fading, and then once he got on them older tires, well, he faded real fast.
Yeah, he wrecked a couple of times there, and
yeah,
so he had them issues, and then he went to pit road and got it straightened out. He's bounced back pretty good.
Well, did you have to use your reset?
Oh yeah, I used my reset first spin I had.
Well, we didn't see the big pile up like we seen in practice there when you guys were doing pit parties. We didn't see the, where a whole bunch of cars got together in that first hairpin turn. Everybody seemed to kind of tiptoe around through there. Once they got through there, then they started spreading out a little bit.
Yeah, it was real good racing early on. Well, it's been a good race up the whole way through. And yeah, everybody, minded their P's and Q's, and everybody just stressed to each other, let's get through the first couple of hairpins, first couple of laps, and sort it out in the end.
Right. Well, there really ain't a whole lot to talk about in these road course races. I can just go car to car to car, and especially now that we've only got 8 drivers, and there really ain't a whole lot to talk about. So I'm just kind of broadcasting it, Robert.
Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I'm just excited to see that yellow banner at the top of the thing and know who's going to be doing that race. That's really exciting for Max Speed and yourself there, Rudy.
Yes, sir. I'm pretty proud. Pretty proud of it. I mean that. It's been 3 years coming, and a lot of hard work and a lot of hours spent broadcasting races. I mean, I don't have an exact count, but I think I'm right around about the 1,700. I'm going to say 1,700 to 2,000 broadcasts, right in that area. I don't know exactly. I know I've got like 1,000 YouTube videos, but I've probably got about 700-800 Twitch videos too that I've done broadcasts of iRacing only. So
I'll tell you what, buddy, I made a mistake. Tomorrow night I'm not racing Canadian as I had planned. I'll help you in the booth.
Okay. I had plenty of offers.
I want to be able to history.
Yeah, there you go. I had plenty of offers for tomorrow night, and I was like, no, I don't know. But I don't mind having you in the booth with me. That would be great.
Well, if you got people now, let me know. I'll back out.
No, I don't.
Okay, well, if it comes down to it, I'm there with you.
Yep. I have a few people offer, but there were people that I don't really know. They want to just be in the booth that one time, and they just want to be there for, like you say, a part of that history. And without any experience, or they've never been in the booth with me, or we've never practiced together to see, make sure we don't walk all over each other. You know how it goes. I don't want to take a chance on that and make it look like a cluster out there for our first time on the iRacing Live portal. I mean, that would really look bad.
It's just going to be awesome to see how many viewers you get that first time.
Yeah, it could be. I'm kind of more excited about the fact that, they're going to be running a great track. Canadian Tire Motorsports Park.
Oh, yes.
That's an awesome track. And, it's going to be another one just like this here where it's going to be, they're going to have to take it easy, there's not going to be any cautions. So, it's going to be local cautions only because technically that is a road course.
And that is correct.
So, it's going to be a whole different ball game for those guys in the trucks, nonetheless. And, I've seen some great races there with, hold on here. Oh, and I've seen some great races there in the real trucks. It's been absolutely amazing races there. And I think it ranks right up there pretty close to one of my favorite road courses that you can actually run the trucks on. It's not my favorite. I think the trucks are really cool at Watkins Glen. That's a driver's track for that truck.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. And we had a good race here in Top Fuel at Watkins.
Oh, yes, definitely. That was an absolutely amazing race.
We talked about that early on in practice, and Scott Brinson had said, he was real impressed with tonight's turnout. I mean, I think we had, 16 drivers, and everybody, it's been a give and take deal tonight.
Yes, sir. We've got a good battle going on here between 6th place Tyler Stanley and 7th Mark McFadden. They've been going at it for quite some time now, a lot of laps.
Yeah, our Canadian brothers from the north up there, he's tough out there. He was tough on me early on tonight. I had to let him go because I hate him stalking behind me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, Ray Kingsbury with a 18.7 second lead now over Andrew Schulte. So if Ray does pit now, which I'm kind of thinking Andrew is good. If he can make it the rest of the way on fuel. But if Ray has to pit, Andrew's probably going to take that lead away from him, depending on how quick he can get in and off the pit road with only a 17.8 second lead. And Andrew's closing that gap up really fast. He's not going to... Yeah, and here he comes to pit road, Ray Kingsbury. This should be his last pit stop of the night right here. Got quite a few of them coming to pit road. Tyler Stanley, Wally Turheimer. But the most important one here, Ray Kingsbury, our leader. And Andrew Schulte's coming by right now and will take the lead up. So Ray goes back to second.
It's going to be tough to catch him now.
Yeah, he's going to come out of there a long ways back. By the time he gets up to speed and everything, he's going to be a long ways back behind the leader. And actually, Brinson goes by, takes over second, but Ray's got those fresh tires now. Let's see what he can do out there. I know he's going to have to kind of take it easy for a lap to get a little heat build up in him. But now he's 18.4 seconds behind Andrew Schulte. And I think Andrew's good on fuel. I don't think he needs to stop, Now it's just managing his tires and staying steady on his marks. And so far tonight, I don't think he's faltered at all, Robert.
No, these guys, late in the run, that many cars going to pit road, they're screaming for tires.
Yes, sir. Now it's just a matter of if Andrew, he does have quite the lead with 13 to go, but if he can hold these guys back, and I'm not too sure, but Scott might have to stop one more time.
Yeah, I think he will do 1 or 2 laps. You might see him next time by.
And he's got Kingsbury closing up on him really fast with those 4 fresh tires. Well, I hope there wasn't some mix-up with that, because the PM said Thursday. I read it.
I'm pretty sure that there was a mix-up with it. You might want to contact them about it.
Yeah, I will. unless he has it, you know, up there. I don't know why they put it up there.
They don't. They don't put it up there unless it's broadcasted that night.
Right.
That I seen, unless they started something different. I don't know. I'm not a.
Was there anything in the off to the left, like in the news section there, where it said that, you know, tomorrow night Max Velocity will be broadcasted up there or anything?
No.
Okay. Well, Ray Kingsbury gets by Scott Brinson. Scott made a mistake right there in that chicane, and that cost him second place. Now Ray takes over second.
I'll be right back. Somebody's at my door.
10-4. All right, let's run down through the field here real quick, folks. Andrew Schulte, our leader, started fifth today. His lead coming to the line will be 8 laps. Ray Kingsbury started second today, running in second, led 14 laps. Scott Brinson in third, started third, hasn't led any laps yet today. TJ Masick started fourth, running in fourth. Mark McFadden started ninth, running in fifth. Tyler Stanley started seventh, running in sixth. Chris Mulhall started sixth, running in seventh. And Wally Turheimer, last one out there on the track right now, started 13th and running in 8th place. A couple laps down. And none of these guys back here have led any laps. The only ones that's led any laps has been Andrew Schulte, Ray Kingsbury, and Scott Sanderson, which led 17 earlier. And he may capture the most laps led tonight. If Andrew Schulte leads the rest of these laps, then he will get the most laps led. Yeah, I don't know, Grant Sim Racing, you still there? I don't understand what, why that did that, why they put that up there. But I'll find out after this race is over. I'll have to see. Matter of fact, you know, might be I can do this real quick and see if I did. If I did get anything. I'll have to see if I did get anything here. Let me check real quick. Sorry, I'll just stay on the lead here for a minute while I go check this, folks. Nothing's really changed. You can see the ticker there, so give me 1 minute here to check this out. No, I see nothing in the news about it or anything, but I'm seeing that up at the top as well, so interesting. Well, anyhow, I don't know maybe whether they made the mistake or what happened there. I don't really know. I didn't get any PM from anybody, so yeah, Not sure if I can see the schedule here. See, that's not my schedule. I'm not, yeah, I don't even see. Oh, there it is. It's scheduled, but it's scheduled for tomorrow night, 10:22. Yeah, 10:22. So I don't know why they put that up there tonight, but it's up there tonight. But it's scheduled on their schedule. It's scheduled for 10:22. Canadian Motorsports Park. And then next week, 10:28 will be Southern Motorsports Racing League at Martinsville. So pretty cool. We'll be doing that one as well. So we've got a little bit of a schedule ahead until I can talk to these guys and see if they're going to get their next month's schedule out. And they can I can actually have them add that right to it. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it. So hopefully everybody's we're going to get a lot more viewers here at MaxSpeedTV. Kingsbury now 15 seconds and closing. Is there enough laps? Does he have enough laps to get up there and race it up with Andrew Schulte? It looks like TJ Maxx on cue will come off pit road, but is he going to get off in time in front of Scott Brinson? No. Brinson drives by in third place. So Scott ought to be happy. He did make his pit stop. Got 4 fresh feel goods on that car and ready to take it to the end here. 8 laps to go. TJ will go back to 4th. And from there on back, everybody is a lap down. Mark McFadden now 5th place. Tyler Stanley 6th. Chris Mulhall 7th. And Wally Turheimer still hanging in there in 8th place, man. What a trooper. I'll tell you what, there's quite the driver right there. Wally has come leaps and bounds above a lot of drivers, I can tell you that. He is an amazing driver. Oh, awesome. Very cool. Kingsbury now bearing down on him. 14.4 seconds in closing. 7 laps to go. So he's closing that gap up, and there is enough time at that pace. He could be up there with Andrew Schulte racing it up here. Catching him one thing, but getting by him's another, as we always say, and we'll see if that does transpire. I'm sure Andrew Schulte is watching his relative right now, watching that gap shrink, and he's probably trying to hit his marks too. He's got to pay more attention to that than he does the relative, but doing a good job. He's got to be just as smooth as silk right now. He cannot afford to make a mistake at all. He's got a 14.3 second lead. And if he can just hold it around that 13 to 14 second mark for another few more laps, he's got 6 to go. This could be his victory in the making right here. Unpainted car by Andrew. Man, I gotta talk to that boy about that. Robert, if you can hear me, I was wondering, I got a question for you, if you can hear me. Well, that lead just shrunk down to 12.1 seconds. So, Ray is coming. And they're coming to the line. Going to be 5 to go here, folks. Ah, Chris. No way. Doggone it, brother. You need to finish a race. You need to finish a race, brother. Brent's in third place, already about a minute behind the leader right now. He's quite a ways back. Oh, we've got the Ray Kingsbury retakes the lead as Andrew Schulte had to stop. Oh, no. Oh, interesting. Ray will retake the lead. I'm not sure if he realized that he was going to be back into the lead. He probably thought Andrew was going to make it the rest of the way, but boy, what a killer for Andrew having to stop like that with 5 to go. Oh, man. That's a killer. So he will come out 21 seconds behind Ray Kingsbury now with fresh tires, but with coming to 4 to go, I really doubt he's got enough time to reel in Ray. Ray is extremely fast out there. And for the first lap or two, Andrew's got to tiptoe around here to make sure that he does get some heat build up in them tires and get good grip. After you get a couple laps on them, they seem to come in a little bit better. Ooh, what big hit right there. What the heck that was. That was a big hit. There is some big hitters on this track, I do know that. There you go, Chris. Good attitude, brother. Good attitude. Well, you want to come up to the booth with me here? Let me see, because Robert stepped away. Chris, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about your night there, brother. Too many incidents, or what happened?
Yeah, we had too many incidents, but I used a reset real early in the race, like lap 3, and I hit the wall anyway and tore up the wheel, so we would have been out regardless.
Oh, man. Well, this is getting really interesting right now because now Andrew Schulte had to stop with 5 to go. Man, what a bummer there. But now he's starting to close in on Ray Kingsbury, but I don't know if there's enough laps left. He's 12.4 seconds behind him.
Yeah, well, Ray, I don't know if you caught it or not, but Ray actually spun out last lap. But he didn't hit anything, and he just did a 360 and kept going, so.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why Andrew caught up to him. Well, he's trying to make sure he stays way out ahead of him, but, you know, that's going to be the same thing as Scott Sanderson did. You know, you don't back it down a little bit and run it safely. You just keep the hammer down and try to run your marks every time, and that's the kind of thing that comes back and bites you.
I ran really well tonight, and I didn't run well with other cars around me. I was always worried I was going to hit somebody else, but other than that, man, it was fun to drive these cars on this track.
Yeah, this is a good track. I like this track. I just don't know if I'd like it in this car. But
yeah, it's a little loose, but especially after you get 4 fresh tires on.
Yeah.
It slides around on you a whole lot.
Well, Andrew's still 12.1 seconds behind Ray, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to reel him in. Scott Brinson third, and TJ Masick closing in on Scott. He's only about 4 seconds behind him. I don't know if there's going to be a pass there or not. 3 laps to go.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a mess up from Scott here in order for TJ to catch up.
Yeah, the same way with Ray. He's going to have to really, he's going to have to do another one of them spins or something for Andrew to catch up. But, you know, we could see it happen. We could see it happen
Absolutely.
On the last lap of the last turn. You just never know about things like that, you know.
Remember at Watkins Glen, our leader wrecked with like 3 to go.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a real letdown right there. Man, who was that wrecked? You remember?
It wasn't Drew Pfaffman, was it?
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember, Rudy. Here, I'll go back and look.
It wasn't Cody Griffin, was it? No.
No, it wasn't Cody.
I don't remember.
I'll go back and look.
I do remember that, yeah. And it wound up, it cost them the race just because it led almost the whole race. Yeah, that was
led almost every lap.
Yeah, it was wild. Well, Andrew now has fallen back to 13.5 seconds, so Ray's putting the hammer down now. 2 laps to go. He does not want Andrew to get there.
Wesley Fry.
Ah, there you go. There you go. That's it.
Yep, that was it.
Good job. Thank you.
No problem.
Brinson,
Yeah, I was. Go ahead.
look at this. Look at this gap closing here between Brinson and Masick.
Oh wow, you're right. It is.
They're down to 2.5 seconds.
Brinson's coming up on lap traffic here.
They could play into it.
Thankfully, they're in a good area of the track where he can let him go by. Oh, he got a little high though.
Masick.
Now, depending on where TJ catches up to him.
Masick, he's going to have to drive it in there pretty hard. He does get by Wally, though. Wally just pulls over and lets him by. That's very good. Very respectful, these guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on replay. I'm back live now.
And TJ is actually closed that gap up even more. So Scott's got to be doing some mirror driving right now, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely.
He just needs to pay attention out that windshield. As our leader takes the white flag. So 1 more lap to go for our leader. You get down here a little closer and watch him make his last lap. If you could just kind of, a little mess up there by Ray, but he's okay. He's still got 11.9 second lead over second place, Andrew Schulte.
Yeah, he's driving it awfully hard. He's got a big lead. He ought to just be pedaling it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just
That's what
make it around.
Yeah.
He's driving real hard.
Yep. Yeah, Andrew did close the gap up a little, but not enough, I don't think. He's down to 9.2 seconds, but not enough. As Ray's only got a few more turns here to go, and he's going to be looking at victory lane with an 8.9 second lead.
Yep, 1 more turn to go.
Boy, Andrew closed that up, didn't he? Dang.
He sure did.
Man, I'm done. He was coming. Yeah, just a couple of fresher tires. Just a couple of laps.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
So. But here he comes to victory lane. Ray Kingsbury bringing it home here at Monza Grand Prix tonight for Top Fuel Racing. Congrats to him. Andrew Schulte will come across second.
Oh, here comes TJ on Scott.
Yes, sir. This could be a race right here for third place. Scott's got to be smooth. He's got to stay focused right here. 1 more turn to go. Can he keep TJ back there in fourth and get a podium finish? Man, I'm really messing up here tonight. All tongue-tied.
Nope, not going to be enough.
Nope. And
1 more lap. I need to have him.
Yep, Scott's going to bring it home here. Third place. TJ Masick, fourth. Mark McFadden, fifth. Tyler Stanley, sixth. And Wally Turheimer, seventh. So, good job by these guys.
Yeah, that was a fun race. Everybody was real respectful of each other, and that was a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. And let's see. I wanted to see who did lead the most laps tonight. Ray Kingsbury leads the most laps. All right, let me see if I can get Ray up here, if I can find him. There he is.
Rudy, I'm going to let you do your thing. I'm going to hop off here.
All right, buddy. See ya. Ray Kingsbury, you got a copy?
I do.
Wow, what a race, brother. Was you a little nervous there at 5 to go? But when you seen Andrew Schulte pit and you went by him, did you kind of feel a little relieved?
Well, I knew he was going to have to pit, but I was more worried about crashing because I seemed to be really good at spinning. I mean, I think I spun 3 or 4 times in that race, so that was... And I did spin with like 2 laps to go and backed it into a wall, so I think we got lucky.
Yeah, well, a good race out there. Did you have fun? And we did see you spin a couple of times. Yeah, but did you have fun? That's the most important thing.
Yeah, and, winning is always fun, so that adds to it. But, yeah, it was a good race, and first few laps with Scott were good. I pitted early to try to get onto an alternate strategy because I knew everybody would have to do a short pit, so I came in at lap like 7 or 8, and I didn't take tires. I put in fuel, and by the time I pitted, it was lap 25 again, so halfway through the race on 1 set of tires, and that thing was all over the place. So that was not the right strategy, but I guess Scott crashed, so fortunately we didn't have a battle at the end.
Right. Well, good race anyhow. Congratulations to you. Anybody you want to shout out to?
Yeah, thanks, for you guys all having me and everything. I'm having fun, so.
All right. Well, congrats on your win, and we'll see you next week.
For sure.
Okay, let me see if I can get second place, Andrew Schulte. If I can find him. There he is. And Andrew Schulte, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you come in second tonight. Great effort. Tell me about that last pit stop. We thought maybe you had enough fuel to make it the rest of the way, but you had to stop with 5 to go.
Yeah, it seemed like Ray shorted on the first round of pit stops, so he had always been like behind and then ahead and behind and ahead. So it was really out of my hands. He had the fastest car, so did Scott Sanderson, and I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he wrecked out or what, but yeah, Ray definitely had the car to beat today, and he deserved that win.
Absolutely. Well, you ran a pretty doggone good race yourself. I mean, it was really awesome. You led 14 laps today, started 5th place, come in second. Ready to move on to next week, are you?
Oh yeah. Just the plan was today just to keep the car clean and try to have as little incidents as possible, and I think I spun out once through that first chicane, which I've been struggling with all through testing leading up to this race. So to only have one incident like that was pretty good, and we're looking forward to next week.
10-4. All right. Well, anybody you want to thank tonight?
I want to thank Scott for putting on this league for us and putting in the effort to keep it a good league. I want to thank you for broadcasting this, and thanks for all the fans out there watching.
10-4. All right. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Thanks, Rudy.
Scott Brinson, you there?
Yes, sir, Rudy. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Good.
Did you enjoy the race?
Yes, I did. Well, you come in third tonight, bring the Misfits car into third. Tell me about your racing and that closing TJ Masick at the end.
Yeah, man, he was seriously, my hat soaking wet right now. I saw him coming, man. I was driving scared for like the last 15 laps of that race because the car just did not feel comfortable at the end at all. And I'd already used my reset, and I wanted to get out of here with, the best finish I could get to maintain my points lead. And we finished, and we brought it home third, and it's all in all, it's a pretty good night for the Misfits number 14 machine.
10-4, I can't believe you managed to hold off TJ Masick like that. I think if you had had one more lap to go, he might have been right there with you. I don't know if he could have got by you, but he would have been right on your tail, immediately right on your tail, and you guys would have been racing hard. But great race out there. Did you have a good time tonight and enjoyed this Monza track?
Oh, man, very much so. I love these road races, dude. It's so much different than oval racing. And, yeah, man, I think TJ saved all his push to passes for the end because he would chop off big chunks on me down the long straightaway. So I burned up a lot of mine early in the race trying to make passes and get by people. And he saved his for the end. That's the very first time I've ever used push to pass. So that's new to me, and I'll be sure to save them for the end next time.
Absolutely. Okay, anybody you want to thank?
Yes, sir, Rudy. First and foremost, I want to thank MaxSpeedTV and you for coming out here and broadcasting this race every week. We appreciate that here at Top Fuel. I want to think about all the boys that come out and race tonight. What we have, 16 that started the race?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I want to thank all 16 of them guys that showed up. And next week is Indianapolis, Rudy. Are you excited?
Okay, yeah.
Well, it's going to be our first money race of the season, man. $15 entry fee. We're going to be giving away some cash next week, buddy. So there's going to be a lot more on the line next week because the winner's going to be racing for at least $50. So
very good, very good. That'll be interesting. And these cars do run pretty well there, and I know you're going to have a good setup ready for the guys, and we're going to wish them all good luck for next week at Indianapolis. So you guys have to make sure you tune in next week here Wednesday night to watch Top Fuel Racing take to Indianapolis. How many laps are you going to be turning?
300 miles. It's 120 laps around that.
Holy!
It'll be a long race.
Yes, it will be.
Yep. I suspect I have a big field. We've already had quite a few people pay their entry fee, and a few others that say they're going to pay. So I suspect at least 15 to 20 for sure.
Good, awesome. That'll be great racing. All right.
Yes, sir, man. I also want to send out some thanks to anybody I know that might have tuned in. My mom, my girlfriend, anybody might have tuned in and watched this race. Thanks for tuning in and checking us out, and hope everybody enjoyed the race.
10-4. All right. Well, thanks for watching tonight, folks. We will see you tomorrow night for Max Velocity. Tune in. We'll be right here on YouTube. Thanks for watching tonight. Till then, stay safe and have a good night, folks.